Oh yeah, in case you didn't know, Trader has actually been fixed for a while now, and oh boy, Weaseling is kind of a monster. Okay then, hopping into the first battle then, there is definitely a lot of scary Loomians on this team, but I think the one that I would rather screw over the most is probably Lantorch or Akalos, I'm pretty sure. Okay, it's probably not a good idea to lead off with our Weaselin, so I'm actually just going to go for the Wendelin lead. And yeah, I mean, they have got a light type, which is their Lantosh, but I feel like they probably won't want to switch it into a Wendelin, right? So, easy fade away. Nice. Getting some nice damage, and I think we just always go into Eligwana here. I guess we could have also gone to Scamp here, but... True Blast, no thanks. Actually, most better, okay. It's gonna do it a little bit to us, but that's fine. And if anything, it actually makes us a slow pivoter because now we're really freaking slow. So, don't mind if I do. I'm gonna go for a Flash and Flee low. If Paralon switches out, nice, I gain momentum. And if it stays in, I mean, I get to go into my Scampi for free. Okay, Aklos is actually on the field, but it isn't super threatening, especially because it hasn't gone for a Drudge or Brawn boost yet. So I think I can actually just go into Scampi instead of Weaseling and just throw off a Battering Ram or Body Crash. I don't know why I keep doing that recently. Also, critical hit, love to see it. Don't think it was necessary, but I always click a move, but I read a different move, and I say the one that I read, even though it's not the one I clicked. I don't know what's up with my brain, but I'm freaking out. Why do they keep happening? I don't really want to take on a Phage Knot, so we'll just go into Eligwana. This will prevent Flash and Flee, and we don't really care about Thunderstrike. Most people generally run Flash and Flee and Thunderstrike, although there have been a couple people now running like Zip Zap and Flash and Flee. It's just that if you want to attack, you have to pivot as well, which is kinda iffy, I'm not gonna lie. Either way, I'll go for the Flash and Flee. Oh, they tried going for the Flash and Flee. Well, now you know that that ain't gonna work. Now, it's just unfortunate that, we didn't really want to switch anything into a Phage Knot, but if I have to switch something in, I guess it has to be Dorigo. We could also Trader the Phage Knot, but it's not really like that problematic since I have Eligwana. I would rather use it on that Lantorch. Although I guess actually Lantorch isn't that threatening because I also have Eligwana. But yeah, for the rest of my team though, if Eligwana goes down, Lantorch is definitely the more threatening thing. Please don't let me miss this Draco Beam. I'm glad he switched out, but please don't miss. We need to hit both of these Draco Beams to take out Pyrolon. And even then, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be enough. Oh no. Oh no, I thought that would do a little bit more. It didn't. We could actually just go for a Draco Beam again though. I have got a Clutch plushie. As long as I don't get hit by a random burn, I think I should be fine. So yeah, actually, I'm just gonna try and brute force my way through this Pyrolon. I don't like battling against it. Oh, I actually took it out. Okay, nice. I thought it would like barely live, go for Rejuvenate, and then I'd have to land another Draco Beam, but that works. And there's the Lantorch. Now then, I actually have got a Clutch plushie, so I could just stay in here and hit it, but I still feel like I can use Dorigo later on. We might as well save it, especially for the Phage Knot. I don't really have many range attackers on my team, although an Eligwana, and again, if it gets too weak, it's just going to be kind of annoying. So I think we want to save Dorigo, and honestly, I could just go for the hard switch into Weaselin. Like, if Weaselin faints, okay. Did I completely cripple Lantorch in the process? Yeah, I think it's definitely worth it. As long as it's special boost. Okay, so that means it's probably do or die flare. This is fine. It doesn't actually one-shot my Weaselin. Love to see it, but it is do or die. If it was Wildfire, I guess it wouldn't have really mattered because it can still spam fire breaths +1 priority. Here, though, we could actually go for Tricky Tactics to use its own melee attack stat against it, and it's super effective. We could also go for the Tribute just to get the heck out of here. If I'm gonna guess, actually, they have Phage Knot. If I click Tricky Tactics, I'm pretty sure it makes contact, so will my Trader activate immediately or the next time I switch in? I'm gonna click Tricky Tactics, see what happens. And it's Phage? It is Phage Knot. Okay, what actually happens in this situation because I have no idea. Oh, maybe Tricky Tactics isn't a contact move because that ability did not trigger. Well, either way, I traded the most threatening thing on our team, so all we're gonna do now is just try and prevent the Phage Knot from doing anything, and we are wasting so much energy, and that Flash and Flee took so much energy, it has to be a heavy armor one, I'm pretty sure. Here low, we can just go for the Flash and Flee. They physically have to switch out, so I always get the free Flash and Flee, and I just get to momentum against them. Like, oh, Dokomori. Well, it could either be a Spine Breaker one or a Sponge one. Seeing how that Flash and Flee did that much damage and my Eliguana isn't offensive, we can probably assume it is a Spine Breaker one. We could also just go into Weaselin, I guess, and get my own layer of Babs up, but nah, I think we could probably go Dorigo, right? Oh, it's got a Health Amulet. It might be a Sponge one. I might have made an upsie. I only get 2 Draco Beams. I think I'm going to go for Dark Surge just so I can spam 3 moves in a row. Okay, they stay in. How much damage is this going to do? Please be a lot. Okay, I'm going to guess that's probably a Sponge one. So, oh boy, that kind of sucks. Also, that critical hit really sucks because it looks like it actually wouldn't have 2-shot me if it didn't get it. I might just barely live low, I guess we'll see. And I could also flinch. No, painful. Do I faint? No, but I do get poisoned, so it doesn't matter what I do, I'm gonna faint this turn now. Oh, actually, no, I faint now. Okay, I thought I could live 1 poison, but I guess not. That is pretty unfortunate. Now, the issue is, it doesn't matter what I go into, like, for, like, damage-wise. Like, Weaselin or Scampi is probably gonna be my best thing to brute force past the Dokomori, but pretty sure all of my moves make contact on these 2 guys, so if it is Spine Breaker, I can't prevent the poison barbs from going down, but I guess it's not the end of the world. Let's just go Weaselin. I don't want to switch out this time, so let's just go for our Adaptive Assault, and if we go for the Baffle, it's fine, because we're Boots. I think we still outspeed everything, even the Phage Knot if it's not running like any speed, I want to say. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we actually outspeed this. The issue is, I actually would rather fade away against this, so I am going to go for the switch anyway. If I had to guess, Phage Knot is most likely going to go for a Rest here, or Flash and Flee. Yeah, there's the Rest. Well, I don't really see why I can't spam Mudslide now on my Eliguana, because, they only have Phage Knot, Dokomori, and Lantorch. So, Eliguana is my sweeper for this battle. Interesting, they don't really have a switch in. Like Lantorch? Yeah, Lantorch doesn't really do anything to Eliguana, and he probably realized, since I'm actually Heavy Shackles now, Lantorch is just the weakest thing in my team, which, yeah, they would be right. Here then, I think we go for another Mudslide, just to... Do we actually knock it out? Nope, it just barely lives on 1. That's fine, low. There's Flare. I'm immune to that. I feel like you've already seen that by clicking Flash and Flee on Phage Knot. Not really too sure why you're still clicking it, but sure. I'm going to go for Rest now. We might as well get full health and full energy, right? Before we kill the Lantorch, just to give myself the best chance of killing the Dokomori. Oh, Do or Die actually killed itself. No! I wanted to rejuvenate against you, man. That's not fair. Okay, Len. Oh. Dokomori's 1-shot. Well, we definitely outspeed Dokomori, so see ya later. And now, it's just the Phage Knots. Okay, Phage Knot. You gotta get really, really lucky to get some critical hits on your Thunder Strikes, okay? You gotta get really, really lucky. The issue is, they have got all of their energy, so they can definitely just spam Rejuvenate, so... yeah. This could get a little bit annoying, especially because they are faster than me, so... do I just want to keep spamming Mudslide, or do I just also go for the heal just to stay healthier than them? Nah, I'm just gonna collect Mudslide. They go for Thunderstrike. Okay, I think they just give up. Like, yes, they could have stalled with Rejuvenate and spamming Thunderstrike non-stop, but I mean, once Eliguana goes down, I think I still win. I don't think there's any chance they come back with just Phage Knot. So yeah. That went pretty well. I like that. Okay then, hopping into the next battle, there's actually a lot of scary things on this team. I see Azeroth, no thanks. I see their own Weaselin. Nimue is actually really, really scary. And yes, Nagoop. I feel like I would rather trade their Weaselin or the Nimue, I think is probably for the best. I think I'm actually just going to do the exact same lead, just lead off with my Weaselin. Although Lay led off with their Weaselin. Ah. Mine's faster. Actually, no, if I go for a fadeaway, they're just going to go into Nimue, aren't they? They can just hard switch into it. Ah, who cares? Fadeaway, baby! I outspeed! There's no way I don't! Oh, they do just go for the withdraw into Nimue, right? Oh, Astros. This isn't too bad. We get to hit it for a little bit of chip damage. A little bit of chip damage. And I get to switch the heck out of there. Which I think we always go Dorigo, and we just fire for Draco Beam. Just pray that we land it. If I miss, oh no. Okay, they actually stay in, so yeah, I guess they don't have the Nimue, or they just, or I would miss Draco Beam, I guess? I'm not gonna complain about that, thanks. Ooh, Weaselin's back in. Now you see, I have got a clutch plush here. I can definitely live any hit no matter what, but I can't against one specific move, Dazzling Barrage, because it hits multiple times, so no thanks. No thanks at all. I think we actually just hard switch into Weaselin. That way we can just completely screw over the Weaselin. Yep, I think we have to do it right now. Weaselin is looking like a really scary Loomian. I mean, my Weaselin doesn't want to switch into it. My Eliguana can't in case they click Mega Chomp. They actually go for the fadeaway. That's completely fine. I'll take it. And then what? Fallmin also doesn't want to take, like, none of my Loomians want to take a hit from Weaselin, so I think it's definitely my best case scenario just to remove it. Like, now, we should be pretty good. And my Weaselin is actually boot, so we should outspeed the Nimue, so I can actually hit it with a Tricky Tactics. Or I could also go for a Tribute. I don't know if that's really worth it, though. I don't think it really is. I think we just go for a Tricky Tactics here just to hit it for some damage. And it's super effective and a critical hit, so we got some pretty decent damage. Flash and Fleece should knock me out, but Weaselin has done his job. Although, I haven't really been able to go for any Bobs. So, yeah, that's the only issue. Like, I don't have an entry hazarder on my team. And, yeah, Weaselin being my only Bob user is kind of like hurting me in that case, because I could have gone for one layer of Bob's Lair, but I'm greedy. I want to get like 2 or 3 up sometimes. Either way, I'm actually going to go into Eliguana here because we should outspeed the Weaselin because Heavy Shackles. And we also limit what moves it can click. It can only click Mega Chomp now, so I'm actually going to go for the Flash and Flee. If they stay in, they're going to take a lot of damage. Might actually just knock them out. But if they stay in, we have to assume they're going for Mega Chomp, so we could go into my own my own Weaselin, and then just click Fade Away. Okay, they do go for the withdrawal. I don't think they have a plant type. Nope, Tyrex. That is completely fine. Do not care. Hit it with a Flash and Flee, do a little bit of damage, and okay, maybe I do care. I don't have my Florant, so Tyrex is gonna be a little bit of a problem. Just a little bit. Well, I guess I'll just go Weaselin. I want to go for the withdrawal, but I think it's probably best if I stay in, and I'm going to click Mega Chomp just so Nimue can't switch in. Want to just hit something pretty hard before Weaselin goes down here, I guess. Okay, Tyrex stays in, so this will do some pretty good damage. Nice. And they actually go for a Sharpen. I guess they expected me to go for Fadeaway? Sure. Here, I'll just click Mega Chomp again, though. This might just barely not KO, or just barely KO. Hopefully it's the second one. Yeah? Okay, they go for the withdrawal into their own Weaselin. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. I want to go into my Eliguana, obviously, but that's probably a bad idea. I feel like they're most likely going to go for, or I feel like they should go for Mega Chomp. So that means my only switch in would be Dorigo. Yeah, I'm fine with that. If it does click Fade Away, that's fine. We shouldn't take that much damage. And if it is Mega Chomp, then yeah. They actually click Dazzling Barrage low. That does knock out my Dorigo. That is the only move that they could have to actually knock out my Dorigo. I could have just gone into my Eliguana land. I could have just gone into my Eliguana because I'm immune to that. I'm actually really surprised they did that. Maybe they expected me to expect Slim, to expect Eliguana. Maybe he's just like 10 steps, he's like Galaxy Brain, he's like 10 steps ahead at all times. Either way, we go for a Flash and Flee again. No, Nimue, we do not want to deal with you. Critical hit low, I will take. And now we just go back into my Weaselin. And do I just keep clicking Mega Chomps now? I think their Weaselin goes down in 2 Mega Chomps, Nimue goes down in 1, Tyrex goes down in 2, because Terrifying. We could also go for the fadeaway, just expecting it to switch out, but I would rather just click Mega Chomp and guarantee damage against something. And it is Tyrex, yep, for the Terrifying. This is fine. Tyrex is a little bit annoying, so weakening it a lot is really good. And actually just removing it is even better because the rest of my team don't appreciate it. Okay, they actually go for the withdrawal back into Weaselin. I was actually tempted to click Rest expecting this. It is a little unfortunate that they did that. Well, my only switch in now is Eliguana. So I think I'm actually just going to go for the rest of this turn, expecting them to click Mega Chomp. Right? Mega Chomp? Nope, they actually go for fadeaway, so I'm pretty sure I faint. They have been outplaying me this entire time. I don't know if they're predicting me or they're just going Unga Bunga mode and I'm expecting too much. Because if I went Eliguana there, I think I just win right then and there because I just click Flash and Flee again, and yeah, I get an easy switch. I am very surprised. Here low, we're going to go into my Fallman. We resist air, we resist light. Low Nimue could go for Flash and Flee. Either way, do I want to go for Psycho Blast for priority or Deep Freeze for coverage, I guess? I guess I'll just go Deep Freeze. It hits Nimue super effective, so we should be fine. That's a critical hit low. That means I'm under half health now, so I actually don't get priority moves on my Mind type attacks. That is really, really bad now. All of a sudden, that critical hit was really, really bad. Oh no. Into Weaselin. We outspeed Weaselin, so it's fine. It's Weaselin, Tyrex. What's your other one? I actually don't know, but we just click Psycho Blast here. We outspeed Weaselin, and we should just knock it out, right? Nice. There's the Tyrex. Okay, well, this is also gonna go down. It doesn't matter what move I click, it will always go down. So, might as well just go for Deep Freeze. A little bit less energy, you know? So, yep, there we are. See you later. And what is your last one? I actually don't know if we've seen it. If we have, I completely forgot about it. Oh, Snagoop. That is a little bit of a problem. That is definitely a little bit of a problem, because I don't have Mind Priority anymore. I'm gonna stay in. Yes, I could switch, but I think I have to stay in and just click Psycho Blast. My Eliguana will have an easier time if it switches into it unharmed. So yeah, that is very, very unfortunate that the Nimue critical hit me, because if it didn't critical hit, I get Mind's priority still. But yeah, here we have Thunderstrike, and I think we should be able to win this matchup. They go for the Batter, Volcanic Cash. That isn't too scary for us. So yeah, I don't really mind that too much. And we just two-shot Snagoop. So unless they get like a godly critical hit and burn chip damage, I don't think there's any way they can KO me. I'm pretty sure. Okay, nice. That was a little scary for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That was a little scary because they just... I really don't know. I need to know if they were big braining with their Weaselin, or they just went for Unga Bunga, and I fell for it every time. But either way, their Weaselin destroyed me. Like, I couldn't do anything against it. Okay then, jumping into the sets, we're running 200 speed TPs with a very nimble personality to be as physically as fast as possible. The 76 energy TPs at level 50 will give us a total of 356 energy, which will let us use 3 Babs, 1 Provoke, 4 tricky tactics, and 1 tribute. The 4 to 8 range defense TPs will make our range defense stat just barely creep our melee defense stat, so Protagon will get a melee attack boost instead of a range attack boost from Analyze. And then the 176 health TPs are leftovers to give us as much bulk as we can get. For the held item, we're going to want something that is a hindrance, like Heavy Shackles, or you could also run something like Volcanic Ashes, and in the future, the other status ailment items, once they're in the game. And the reason for this is because of our ability, which is the secret ability Trader. When Weaselin switches into the battle, it will trade its own item with the opponent across from it, so we can completely shut down a big threat. And then finally for the moves, we're running Babs to sack entry hazards, Provoke will let us prevent the opponent from using support moves, Tribute can let us support a sweeper by having an easier time to set up, and the Tricky Tactics is our damaging move of choice, which will let us use the opponent's melee attack stat against them, although you could also run Slapdown to remove items. It's just that with Trader, we don't really want to remove items that we're giving the opponent.